Captain.
Look, could you give me a little help here, Major?
Stuck, Captain? You will forgive me for not sharing all aspects of my work with you. But if you wish, I can pay one of the men to perform a little reconnaissance to assist you with your mission. He will require payment, however. 25 currency, which I must ask you to provide.
Okay, if that's what it costs.
Very well. I will give this to one of the men and brief you on his findings later. As I'm sure you will be aware, Captain, the administration office containing the address system lies to the north of the mess hall. A fence separates the two. Our scout has established that a guard patrols outside the office. This may complicate your ingress. Now go, Captain. Let us see if the wing commander has assessed you correctly.
This ain't going too well, Major. Any more ideas?
Really, Captain? Perhaps the wing commander has indeed overestimated you. For the sum of 50 currency, I may be able to obtain some more information for you.
Okay, if that's what it costs.
Very well. I will give this to one of the men and brief you on his findings later. Captain, you might be advised to slip out of the mess hall during mealtime. You will then be able to slip around the back to the administration office. Our scout surveyed the guard's patrol pattern by watching through the fence. He believes it would be possible to climb over the fence unseen at the moment the guard is inside the administration office. It would then, of course, be necessary to hide before the guard re-emerged. And a final word of advice, Captain. A guard tower lies nearby. You would be advised to keep your distance from it.
Look, Major, won't be. Any chance of a little more info?
Really, Captain Stone. I am beginning to wonder if it would not have been quicker for me to perform this task myself. To ascertain further information will be costly. I will require 75 currency.
Okay, if that's what it costs.
Very well. I will give this to one of the men and brief you on his findings later. Our scout has succeeded where you appear to be failing, Captain. After climbing the fence, he hid behind a pile of timber by the administration office, thus avoiding being seen as the guard emerged from the building. He then hit upon the idea of throwing stones at some barrels. This unsettled the guard, who went off to check the perimeter of the building, allowing our men to approach the office door. At this point, the scout had to retrace his steps lest he be caught, but he did first catch a glimpse through the door of the tape machine at the far end of the building. A man risked his life for this information, Captain. I hope you make good use of it. You will already know, of course, that the Commandant's building lies to the east of the mess hall. The scout we sent noted several guards patrolling around the building, including a lieutenant. Approaching the building, he was able to see the Commandant's desk through his office window on the ground floor. As we expected, the plans were on the desk, but the Commandant was present with a guard, making it impossible to get any closer. The first thing I learned during my escape from occupied Warsaw, Captain, was the value of a convincing disguise. So, on your behalf, I sent a man to locate a source of German uniforms. In fact, he found two. The laundry to the east of our compound and the store to the west. However, both buildings are kept locked. To enter them, you will require a brass key. Should you have misplaced the one we provided you with, a replacement may be found on the wall of the mess hall kitchen. Captain, while you have been making small talk with the other prisoners, one of my men has gained entry to the Commandant's building with ease. He reports that there is a drain pipe leading up to the balcony. Having reached the balcony, he proceeded through the bedroom and down the stairs to the Commandant's office. He could have taken the plans himself, but for the presence of the Commandant and a guard. He reports that a more intrepid operative might find temporary cover behind a bookcase just inside the doorway. From there, one should be able to await a chance to take the planes. We have established that a set of bellows is located in the mess hall kitchen. These would be sufficient to drive the tunnel air pump. However, the chef does not take kindly to intruders in his kitchen, and he is not a man to be trifled with. Trifled with. I must make a note of that one. Our scout found a crowbar inside a tent in the construction compound. He would have retreated, but for just 50 currency, he decided the risk of another night in the cooler was too great. Were you able to obtain this crowbar, it would be invaluable for opening doors that are not firmly braced. We have spent some time scrutinizing the chef's routine. After preparing the prisoner's meal, he goes to cook for the commandant, something rather better than we are served, I would imagine. This would be an appropriate time to return to the mess hall. The main door is guarded, however, so it would be advisable to find a way in at the rear of the building, to enter the kitchen, and then escape unseen with the bellows. Close scrutiny of the vehicle compound by our scouts revealed a hitherto unknown entry point. It consists of a hole in the wall, uncovered while the Germans have been moving materials into the construction compound. Use it carefully, Captain. It would be unfortunate if the Germans were to discover this flaw in their security. The building in the vehicle compound, likely to contain the tunnel entrance, will most probably be sealed off. If this is the case, the doors may only be opened by force. However, if you carry a crowbar to the compound, you are likely to be apprehended en route. But your currency has yielded some interesting information, Captain. I had some of the more long-term inmates interviewed about the previous layout of the camp. One particular prisoner recalls having hidden a crowbar in the area concerned. He was unable to return for it after the area was sealed off. Be sure to exercise caution when retrieving it. The compound is heavily patrolled. The other prisoners are beginning to tire of our constant interrogation, Captain. So I hope you meet with success soon. By chance, however, we have discovered that one of the prisoners here was involved in the building of the original tunnel. He was able to pinpoint the room containing the tunnel entrance. If you use a crowbar on the door, be sure to do it out of earshot of the patrolling guards. The tunnel entrance will be concealed within the central room. The prisoner assured me that the quality of the workmanship was high, so the tunnel is likely to have remained fully operational.